स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्य सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथो श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। Let us spend some time in deep prayer and meditation on the all-pervading, all-blissful Spirit deep in our own self. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharda Devi, Swami Vivekananda. Let us offer our salutations to Adi Shankaracharya and all great teachers, all great saints, whose teachings we have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. Let us for a few moments meditate on the divine blissful form of the all-pervading consciousness. Let us by all means try to feel the divine contact. As you inhale and exhale, think of pure vibrations, peaceful vibrations, strong vibrations, pure vibrations entering into the body and mind. Think deeply. These vibrations will destroy all the impurities, restlessness, negativity, weaknesses in the body and the mind. Slowly breathe out pure, positive, peaceful and other vibrations. Meditate on the all-pervading blissful consciousness beyond the body, Annamaya Kosha, the energy in the body, Pranamaya Kosha, the mind and the sense organs, Manomaya Kosha, the intelligence behind the mind, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and the blissful sheath, Anandamaya Kosha. Beyond that is the mind, the Atman. Think that you are in blissful consciousness. There is bliss. There is the divine light, knowledge all around you, within you. Let us try to feel the same oneness, same divinity in all beings, known and unknown, the entire universe, the microcosm and the macrocosm. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara Tapo Bhikshena Papanam Shantanam Vitaraginam Mumukshunam Apekshoyam Atma Bodho Vidhiyate Tapo Bhikshena Papanam Shantanam Vitaraginam Mumukshunam Apekshoyam Atma Bodho Vidhiyate I am composing the Atma Bodha or self-knowledge to serve the needs of those who have been purified through the practice of austerities, who are peaceful or free from cravings of all kinds, whose desire is only for liberation, and for them this text called Atma Bodha. That is the first sloka. Now today let us recite from second shloka to the 10th shloka. Second verse to the 10th verse of Atma Bodha. Those who have the book confidently chant and share it with others. Who don't have it, others listen and repeat. Recitation is always good. Second. Bodhonyas sadhanebhyo hi Sakshat mokshaika sadhanam Pakasya vanhiva jnanam Vina moksho na siddhyati Avirodhitaya karma Na vidyam vinivartayet Vidya vidyam nihantyeva Tejastimira sangavat Parichanna iva gnanat Tannashe sati kevalah Swayam prakashate hyatma Megha parim shumaniva Ajnana kalusham jivam Gnanabhyasadvinirmalam Kritva gnanam swayam nashyet Jalam katakarenuvat Samsara swapnatulyo hi Ragadveshadi sankulah Swakale satyavadbhati Prabodhe satyasadbhavet Tavat satyam jagadbhati Shuktika rajatam yatha Yavannagnayate brahma Sarvadhishtanamadvayam Satchidatmanyanyusyute Nitye Vishnau prakalpitah Vyaktayo vividha sarva Hatake katakadivat Yatha kasho rishikesho Nanopadhigato vibhuhu Tadbhedat bhinnavad bhati Tannashe kevalo bhavet Nanopadhivashadeva Jati varnashramadayah Atmanyaropitastoye Rasavarnadibhedavat. Now, today we will study the 52nd shloka of Atma Bodha. Let us recite that also. 52. Upadhistopi tadharmaihi Alipto vyomavan munihi Sarvavinmodhavat tishted Asakto vayuvaccharet Upadhistopi tadharmaihi Alipto vyomavan munihi Sarvavinmodhavat tishted Asakto vayuvaccharet. One of the frequently used terms in Vedanta and Shankara and other scriptures is Upadhi, Upadhi, Upadhi. What is Upadhi? It is Anatma. It is the body. We have three Upadhis. One is the Sthula Sharira, then followed by the Sukshma Sharira and Karna Sharira. In another aspect, the Upanishad teaches us Panchakosha is Upadhi. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. So the Muni, the Jivan Mukta, is beyond the Upadhis. Though living in the Upadhis, the word is used here. Upadhistaha api tad dharmaihi. This body is a house for that, but it is a non-entity. In spite of living in the body, though living in the body or the Upadhi, and followed by the attributes of the different Upadhi, the qualities of the Upadhi, the contemplative one, the Munihi, the Yogi, the unshaken one, he is not disturbed by any of the changes in the Upadhi, in the body or the mind. What happens to him? Aliptaha vyomavat. He remains non-disturbed. The contemplative one, the yogi, the unshaken, is unattached to any of the Upadhis. He just throws it out. What was the last sentence of Swami Vivekananda after leaving the body? July 4th, 1902 in Belur Math. In the subtle body in Madras, in Chennai, where Swami Ramakrishna was living, Shashi Maharaj, he clearly heard Swamiji's voice saying that Shashi, Shashi, I spat out my body. For the Jivan Mukta, it is spitting out. What is the worthless? What is the useless? What is non-entity, the material substance? Shashi, Shashi, I spat out my body. Next day morning, the telegram comes. At the time when he heard the voice, is the same time matching. Swamiji is giving a telex message here. I spat out my body. So Shankara says here, though associated with the Upadhis, a clear idea of the Upadhi is given in the introduction of this book itself called Jivan Mukta by Swami Nikhilanandaji. He says, Maya, in its cosmic and individual aspect, microcosmic, macro, micro, hides the true nature of Brahman. Because of the Upadhi. It covers the clouds in the sky are Upadhis. They are not permanent, but they create problems. That is the problem with us. Ajnana creates the problems. Upadhi is everything we say. The Ajnani sees, holds on to the Upadhi. How and why it comes later. Thus the infinite and the eternal absolute, the Parabrahman, appears as a limited being, as a finite being. As last Sunday I told, Panchabhuta Pode, Brahma Pode Kande. Sri Ramakrishna says, the Supreme Consciousness falls into the Panchabhutas. Agnitattvam, Jalatattvam, Vayutattvam, Akashatattvam, Bhutattvam, and he cries. Brahman Pode Kande. Kande means cry. Like a child. That is the Leela aspect of the Supreme Consciousness. One is the Absolute, the second is the Leela, Nitya, Leela. In a second, Sri Ramakrishna could go to Nitya, Absolute Consciousness, bereft of any attributes, and again come back and say, I want jalebi, I want water. To pull his mind back, he will keep one Upadhi with him. So, the infinite and the eternal absolute appears as the finite being. Appears, mark that word. Limited by time and space. Desha Kala Nimitta is this prapancha. We are all under the mercy of the Upadhis, attributes. We go on giving color. We go on giving name. We go on giving degrees to that. This is like that, that is like this. Adding Upadhi undedi chalda. Again we do some drama. We put our own ego, our own likes and dislikes, raga dvesha, and say society barbad ho gaya. It's all attributes which are showing different colors. In association with the cosmic Maya, Brahman appears as Ishvara or the personal God, and in association with the individual Maya as the Jiva or individual soul. One is the cosmic, another is the individual. Thus Maya becomes the Upadhi or limiting adjunct. Upadhi limits all other infinity. Example is given of a big fruit appearing as a small fruit. It just appears in magic. What is not there appearing as if it is there 5 feet before you. Indrajal we call it. Indrajal. Magicians do it. So thus Maya becomes the Upadhi or the limiting adjunct of Brahman. An Upadhi seems to alter or limit the true nature of an object. The formless sky appears to possess sharp lines when viewed through jagged peaks or skyscrapers. But this limitation is only apparent, not real. It is the association with the Upadhis of various material bodies that make Brahman appear as gods, angels, men, animals, birds, trees and stones. When the Absolute falls into the water, we call it Matsyavatara. And the other avatars we have seen. The water acts as an Upadhi for the infinite. So he appears like a fish. But it must not be forgotten that the Upadhi does not bring about any real change in Brahman. It remains as it is. No change in Brahman, only it is in appearance, that's all. The truth is the truth. Whether the Surya Bhagavan, Surya Narayana in Hyderabad, or the Surya Narayana in Kadapa, or in Adilabad, is it different? The same Surya Bhagavan, giving light to the whole universe. Things are changing below. People are traveling, people are coming, people are dying, people are born. But the sun is a sun is a sun. There is no change. Infinite. When the Upadhi is discarded, thrown out, spat out, what happens? The object regarded as finite, very small, limited by time and space, by the ignorant, is realized as Brahman. So Jivan Mukta, his quality is mentioned in this sloka. See the verse? Upadhistaha api tad dharmaihi aliptaha vyomavan munihi. Aliptaha vyomavat munihi. the contemplative one or the yogi is unattached to them. Aliptaha. Then he says, like what? Example is given like Vyomavat. What is Vyoma? What we are in. Space. We are in space. Space is in us. But this space, this ghata, which is having this limited space, a pot, there is water in the flask here. I take this entire flask and put it in a well or in a river, what happens? The water in the well or the reservoir river and water here become one. Because this upadhi can be thrown out. It is only a temporary material object. What is important is the water. Space in your house, space in Ramakrishna mat, space in this room, space in the temple above, space in the garden is everything one. There is nothing as your space or my space. But unfortunately the Upadhi says, you are different, my house is different. But for a Jivan Mukta, everybody's house is his house. That's why Sri Ramakrishna could go anywhere and everywhere like space. He could go to Balrambo's house, he could go to Girish Chandra Ghosh house also. He could go to the Star Theatre, he could go to Dakshineshwar temple. For him everything is mother, space of mother. So, Vyomavat Munihi, like space, first example. Second example he says, Sarvavit Modaha Vat Tishtet. Second line, Sarvavit Modaha Vat Tishtet. Like a madman, like a dumb man, Modaha, as if he doesn't know anything. The best example for Modaha here is, in our own Ramakrishna Vivekananda tradition, is Swami Adbhutananda Ji. Latu Maharaj. Where is this photo? This side. That side. Yes. Last. Latu Maharaj. People thought somebody sitting there, servant boy. Sitting, servant. He was like that only, dirty. Sitting in a corner in Belur Math. Or sometimes in the printing press. Sometimes on the bank of the Ganga. Sometimes in somebody's house. Nobody could find him where he is. Moda. He says, I don't know. If somebody asked him a question, he used to push him out, it seems. Somebody asked him his birthday. He became so angry. There's no birth for the Atman. That's why we do not know his birthday. He never revealed. Somewhere, some hint he had given, Paurnami, this, that, somewhere, some star, something is speaking, then assuming that his birthday, they have put it. He was bereft of everything. Swami Vivekananda gave him full permission. Wonderful personality of Modatva. Could not write, could not read, could not speak Bengali properly, could not speak Hindi properly. A little of Bhojpuri, because he comes from that border Chapra district of Bihar. And these graduates and aristocratic Brahmananda, Shivananda, great scholar Ramakrishnananda, Vivekananda ek chapa kar le dinka. Could not do anything. He felt unhappy. I cannot read, I cannot write. But Sri Ramakrishna said, Latu, a time will come when the teachings of the Vedanta will pop out, will spring out from your mouth like Ganga. Don't worry. That is why Swami Vivekananda named him Adbhuta. Wonderful Anand. Wonder of wonders. And Vivekananda complains. See, look at that fellow. By shortcut he attained moksha, attained the Brahman. Shortcut. We had to go through exams, through tests, and through so many other things. But in a shortcut, he attained the Brahman, and whatever he spoke was truth. One day, he was going across a lecture hall in Kolkata, along with Swami Shuddhanandaji, Vivekananda's disciple. And in that lecture hall, there was a lecture going on Kathopanishad in Bengali. Latu Maharaj told Shuddhananda, let us go and sit there in the end, corner, backside. So he sat. And one particular teaching in the Kathopanishad, Nachiketa is learning from Yamadharmaraja, just like water being put into water. That idea will come now in the next sloka. Similarly, the Atma merges in the Paramatma. Listening to that, without any fear, without any hesitation, Latu Maharaj, Swami Adbhutananda is shouting in the hall, yes, it is true, yes, it is true. Shuddhaji said, Maharaj, keep quiet, keep quiet. All others are turning back and lecturer may be disturbed. Keep quiet, kept quiet. After 5 minutes again, another example. Yes, it is true, yet it is true. That what he has experienced is there in the Upanishad. He is unable to control it. Shuddhaji quietly took him away from that place. So this is they remain as if they don't know. That is also mentioned here by Shankara, you see. They behave as a fool. They don't want any publicity. So, Sarvavit Modavat Tishte, though knowing everything, omniscient. What is that knowing everything? Sarvagnaha, omniscient. Knows everything of the working of the Parabrahman. Whether it is the knowledge of Ishvara, whether it is the knowledge of Jiva, whether it is the knowledge of Jagat, he keeps quiet. No publicity, behaving like a fool, mudha. From his end, there will be no advertisements. As quiet as possible. Then, asaktaha vayuvat charet. Asaktaha means unattached. The rules, regulations of Adbhutanandaji. Swamiji made a big rule, nearly 20-25 points. You should get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, attend the Mangalarati, breakfast time, working time. Paka routine he had given to all the monks, including the direct disciples. Adbhutaji got annoyed with this rule business and discipline business, took his towel and took one small gamcha and this one and was walking away out of Belur Math. Swamiji had to run behind him and says, Latu, where are you leaving? Where are you going? Leaving me and our master? Hey, you have come from America, bringing all these rules, regulations, organization, HR and YR and DR. I cannot follow all that. I don't know when I will meditate. I don't know when I will eat. I don't know where I will be. Baba, I can't stay in your mat. I will go. I will go to Upen Babu's house. Upen Babu was Sri Ramakrishna's householder disciple. Do you think Upen Babu will give you food and shelter? Why not? He will give me. So it's argued with Swami Vivekananda. Swamiji understood he cannot be controlled by rules and regulation because he is in that Adbhuta Avastha. So he said, Latu, don't worry, these rules are for others, youngsters, not for you. You stay here. Are you sure, Dada? He will not disturb me. Yes, Baba, stay. That is how he spent his life. But suddenly he will disappear from Belur Math. He will take a boat and go other side, sleep on the bus stand, sleep in the railway station and come back sometime somewhere. See what Shankara has mentioned, we find in these direct disciples. Where else you will go? If you want an example. In the words of Mahapurusha Swami Shivananda also, he says, where you will go to study Upanishads? Study our life. What is there is here. The Master has given everything to us. We have lived life based on Vedanta. Whatever Shankara has told, they are there. All these attributes you find in each one of them, 16 disciples. Shodashakala, Purusha, and later a part of the monks also, the great Sangha Gurus, and many other monks who are very quiet, who don't have any outside address or this one. They are very, very deep and they are Jivan Muktas. You can feel their presence, their life. Asaktaha Vayuvat Charet. Totally unattached. Totally unattached. He may yet move about like the wind. Is the wind attached to something? It carries something, but it is not attached. After some time, that smell and everything goes, disappears. It's just a carrier. Vayuvat Charet. But for the Jivan Mukta, there will be something called Prarabdha. Please understand, karma will work here. Prarabdha alone will work, not the Sanchita and the Agami karmas. It's a triangle, 3 karmas. Prarabdha already in motion, suffering of the body. He'll be in the body, but he will not worried about the body. He's got complete mastery of the working of the body. Second is the Sanchita karma, what will come, and then the Agami karma. So as long as the Prarabdha karma is there, the association with the body will be there. So some feeding will be going on. The physical body, the Sthula Sharira, will undergo various conditions caused by Prarabdha. There will be old age, there will be diseases, there will be pain, there will be something, but unattached. How do you understand this? The carbuncle, Pedda Pundu, on the back of Swami Turiyanandaji's body. When he was in Benares last days, very infectious, it had become septic, very painful. All that pus and blood and everything was disturbing him. Disturbing him means what? He is in Turiya Avastha. Other assistants all felt very... He is just quiet. And they had to clean it. They have to remove all that dry parts and this infection, etc., pus, etc. So one day, he told the doctors, just before you touch that carbuncle, tell me. Give me a few seconds time. Yes, Maharaj, will do it. And they came, doctors came, because that is Sevashrama. Hospital is there. They said, Maharaj, in another 5 minutes we will clean the wound. Said, all right. Closed his eyes and kept quiet. They came, turned the body this side back to on his chest. He had to sleep on his chest. Started cleaning, pus, blood, all that infectious substances. Absolutely detached. He did not know that the process is going on. Okay. And they put that plaster, put that bandage. That day's work is over. After some days, again they have to change the bandage. Then thinking that they told Maharaj, we are starting. He did not say anything. They just started to clean, immediately cried in pain. Hey, stop. So much pain. The doctors were surprised. 2 days back you kept quiet. It was such a painful operation. Mini operation we were doing, minor operation we were doing. You did not say anything. Now we are just touching. You are telling pain. Then he explained. You gave me 5 seconds. I withdrew my mind from that body. Willpower, just detachment. You did not tell me now. So there is some amount of pain, body consciousness. Prarabdha. Otherwise, why he should suffer? So this is also wonderful examples. By themselves, the body they can detach as if it is throwing out a worn out garment. Second chapter Bhagavad Gita. Vasamse jirnani yata vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tata sharirani jirnat anyani sanyati navani dehe. Like a used garment, it is thrown out. And the Atman takes the other body. So easy. See the example here, when doctor said within 5 minutes he withdrew. Then other time he had little pain. That is Prarabdha. So that remains, the pain will remain. But they are unattached. Because of the varieties of experiences, favorable or unfavorable circumstances, different varieties of experiences, others are upset. Those who are around them, they are upset. Maharaj is suffering, he is suffering, or she is suffering. But that Mukta Purusha is not suffering. He is happy within himself. Atmanyev Atmana Tushta. So the Gnani, the Jivan Mukta, the Muni is not worried at all about the working in the body. Upadhi dharmaihi aliptaha. The Atma accommodates everything like space, vyomavata, but is not affected. An ordinary person identifies himself with the pot, not the space inside. There is a pot with lot of space inside, and there is space outside the pot. The Baddha, the bound soul, the Jiva, is worried about the pot, external. He is not identifying with the inner space. But the Jivan Mukta is identifying himself with the inner space, not the outer box. That is the message here. Jivan Mukta identifies himself with the space inside and remains indifferent to the pot, which is like the body, a temporary shelter. Body is a temporary shelter. We are a guest in the body. Take care of the body. Shariramadhyam kalu dharma sadhanam. But don't be attached to the body. Don't be obsessed by the body. Last days of his life, Swami Ranganathanji used, somebody, Maharaj, how are you? Says, why are you worried about the body? In the hospital he is. He could not speak, he could not move his body, paralyzed. But he says, don't worry about the body. I am happy. Swami Bhuteshanji Maharaj, before Ranganathanji, the 12th president of the order, body was suffering. Heart problem, and so many other problems. Urinary infection, chest problem. Maharaj, we are taking you to hospital. He says, you are taking the body to the hospital. Clearly he told his secretary, you are taking the body to the hospital, Atma is in Belurmat. That means, time ho gaya. You do, and he told it to him, you do what you want to the body. You want to cut it, you want to operate it. He is playing. He was smiling and telling, you cut the body, you operate the body, you inject IV into the body, do what you like. My Atma is in Belurmat only. And he did not come back. The body came. The rituals were done. They understood. But Sangha Guru, it is for us. So this is the point here. The Jivan Mukta identifies himself with the space and remains indifferent to the pot, which is like the body, a temporary shelter. So in the presence of, I was mentioning, three Anandams Sri Ramakrishna used to tell. Vishayanandam, Bhajananandam, Brahmanandam. But between Bhajananandam and Brahmanandam, there is something for you and me called Vidyanandam. Have knowledge. knowledge of the Shastras. Keep your mind on that high level. Don't remain only with the body level. So that will help you to have clarity, at least intellectually. Some confidence will come, some strength will come, fearlessness will come when you have the Shastra Gnana. So in the presence of Vidyananda, which is between Bhajanananda and Brahmananda, the sorrows or miseries or difficulties caused by Prarabdha will be overshadowed. They will never disturb you. You will be free because you are in knowledge. Knowledge removes fear. Knowledge is power. Knowledge alone gives you strength. Knowledge is pure. Nahi gnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. Shri Krishna, 4th chapter. There is nothing as purifying as knowledge in this world. Not the worldly knowledge, not business knowledge, not political knowledge, not textbook knowledge, but ATMA BODHA, self-knowledge. That will make you free. So, what knowledge? Example is given. Like the stars in the sky during the daytime. The stars in the sky during the daytime, where are the stars? They are there. But they are overshadowed by the power of the light, power of Surya. This power is so powerful than the star power. And after some time, now 7:38, we see the stars if there is a clear sky. They are there. Twinkling, twinkle, little star. They are there. So, overpowered by sunlight, which is as good as their absence from the sight. For the yogi, the problems and other things are of not much concern, but for others, they see him suffering. The strength to overcome the problems comes from knowledge. Modhavat, a little more explanation on this. The yogi keeps quiet because according to the Shastras, the yogis say, never talk about Vedanta to others unless somebody inquires. Don't go on doing Upadesham. Somebody has to be interested in a subject. Otherwise, remain quiet. You do your Shastra Parayanam, you do your meditation and keep quiet. So the yogi acts and lives like an Ajnani. Yakemi telidu. Sri Ramakrishna did it. I don't know anything. Doesn't he know anything? Who knows then? He says, Mother knows. I don't know anything. Mother is supplying. That supreme consciousness is telling, I don't know anything. Mother knows everything. Like that. So the yogi acts and lives like an Ajnani. His detachment frees him from all obligations to please the society. He is not going to please anybody in the society. He is always connected with the Supreme Being. That's why there is a beautiful Sloka in the Bhagavatam which says, Priyatam Pundarikakshaha Sarva Yagneshwaro Harihi Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam Prinite Prinitam Jagat. If the Lord is pleased, the world is pleased. If the Lord is satisfied, the world is satisfied. I don't go on doing socialization to please everybody like a businessman. No. He is connected with the Supreme Consciousness. He is not bothered about the certification of the society about his knowledge. Modavat. Adbhutanda did not bother. Turiyanda did not bother about etiquette in America. But for sake of Swamiji, he learnt how to hold a spoon. That much he said, I will do. Sister Nivedita had to teach him how to hold a spoon to Turiyananda, who attained the highest consciousness. How to hold a knife. How to wear a shirt properly, the coat and the pant in America. So, they are in a different state of mind. So, He is not bothered about the certification of the society about his knowledge. And he is asaktaha. See the sentence? Sarvavit mudhavat tishted asaktaha. Asaktaha means he is, nor is he attached or hooked to anything in life. But for the Agnani, the Jiva, what is the problem? All over the mind there is a sticky gum, jiguru. Moment you put it, will get attached to it. The sticky gum. What is that sticky gum? Vedanta says raga, dvesha. Likes and dislikes. You have to remove that sticky gum. What is the gum? Raga and dvesha caused by Ajnana, Upadhi, Jiguru. And then he is Vayuvat. He does not stay in one place. According to traditional sannyasa, more than 3 days, one should not stay in one place. He should be Vayuvat. Keep on moving, keep on moving. But since we are in an organization, Swamiji has put this, stay, do seva, everything is provided by Sri Ramakrishna. Occasionally you go for tapasya and wandering. So he is free to move anywhere, anytime like the wind, like Vayuvat. And another example is given to make us clear about it. The sky appears blue, yes or no? The ocean appears blue. Go nearer, no blue, no color. Brahman is like that. Similarly, the Jivan Mukta is free from the slavery of Prarabdha. Prarabdha is only to the body, not for him. He may seem to be associated. He may seem to be associated with the Upadhi and may wander about as an ordinary man in the world. But he gets into that role and comes out of it unattached like the wind. This is the summary meaning of the shloka number 52. Once we'll recite. Upadhistopita dharmaihi alipto vyomavan munihi sarvavin modavat tishtet asakto vayuvaccharet. A little of 53 for 1 minute. We will recite that and know the meaning. 53. Upadhi vilayad Vishnau. Upadhi vilayad Vishnau. Nirvishesham vishen munihi. Nirvishesham vishen munihi. Jale jalam viyad vyomin. Jale jalam viyad vyomni. Tejas tejasiva yatha. Tejas tejasiva yatha. Upadhi vilayat Vishnu. First sentence. Upadhi vilaya, different upadhis, when they are destroyed. What happens? Vilayat Vishnu, merges in the Supreme Consciousness. One thing, don't get confused because how Shankara is using the word Vishnu here. Vishnu is not Chakradhari, he is not Vaikuntavasi, he is Supreme Consciousness. It is not the personal God Vishnu that is explained. Vishnu means all-pervading consciousness. That is the meaning of Vishnu. Upadhi vilayat Vishnu. On the dissolution of the Upadhis, vilayat, dissolution. Just going back. Here Jivan Mukta, earlier shloka 52, Jivan Mukta is free except for the Prarabdha. But here another kind of moksha is mentioned called Videha Mukti. Videha Mukti, the Deha also falls off. How and why? Dissolution of the Upadhis. What are the Upadhis? The three-layered enclosure. What are the three-layered enclosure? Keep in mind, Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira. This is a three-layered house that we have. In the spirit, Nirvishesham Vishet Munihi, the contemplative sage. What is the Muni? Mananath Munihi. One is always engaged in that Anandam, Supreme Conscious. Mananath iti Munihi. He is absorbed in the all-pervading one totally. Jale Jalam Viyat Vyomni, like a river water into the ocean water. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam Tanmayo Bhavet. Or Shankara says Vyomni. First he says Jale Jalam, one example. Second example he says Vyad Vyomni, like space into space. Chidakasha and Mahakasha. Tejaha Tejasiva Yatha, and as light into light. Three examples. Water into water, space into space, and light in light. It just goes back more in the next class of Sloka number 53. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.